Good day, my name is Daniel and I will be covering the stock markets for today. This video is brought to you by Invest Social, a community whereby a lot of traders from all different experience level come to share an idea, strategies and trade setup, also get to stay updated on the latest market news. This community has session for crypto, forex, commodities, indices, and so on. So you can join by visiting the site, which is investsocial.com. Now, let's start with what we will be expecting for the day. Let's see, on our earnings season, we will be expecting a major news on Wednesday, between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which is the earnings season. So Wednesday, we will be expecting major news on our Tesla and our Alphabet. So we'll be expecting the earning for that day. Then on Thursday, which is July 23, we would also be expecting the earning rights reports for Intel, IBM, American Airlines, and Union Pacific. While on Friday, we would also be expecting on others. So basically, since we are trading the NASDAQ 100, US 30, and S&P 500, also note that this will also have effects for the day, since a lot of traders are anticipating for what will likely play out, right, once the news is being released. So have that in mind, that there's going to be an effect on the stock market. Also, the tension in the Middle East is going to have a very huge effect. So as oil prices keeps increasing, that will also allow inflation to increase. So this is one of the reasons why the Fed will most likely not going to cut the interest rate. So since, in order to fight inflation, they will most likely not going to cut the interest rate. They are likely to even increase it. So which is also going to have a very huge effect on the stock market. Once interest rate is being increased, it becomes much more expensive for companies to borrow money to invest. So, but if it is cheaper, then companies can now borrow money to invest. So once this oil prices keeps increasing, keeps rising, yes, it's going to have a very huge effect on the stock market. Also, the bond yield, we can see the US 10-year treasury yield is also increasing. It has moved higher. So this is also going to, reduce the appeal for high valuation stock. And we also, on our recap for Monday, which is S&P 500, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ 100, we can see that S&P 500 for the day closed at negative 0.2%. Our Dow Jones, which is US 30, closed at negative 0.6%, while NASDAQ closed at negative 0.1%. Let's dive into the chart to see what markets will be giving us for the day. Let's start with NASDAQ 100 for today. If you had watched the analysis and our prediction we did yesterday on NASDAQ 100, we were expecting a bearish move for the day. If you had watched it, you should be able to see that our prediction was very much right. So we were anticipating for a bearish move, which market did give us a little bit of a bearish move, right? So we are still to be expecting more movement to the downside. So clearly, our trend on NASDAQ 100 is very much on a downtrend move. So this is where the rules of trading comes in. Know your trend first, then you have to trade with the trend. Now, when you take a look at this, your NASDAQ 100, it is very clear that we are in a downtrend move. As you can see, this is our first low and the lower high. Market was able to drop again to give us a new lower low. Then we had this lower high. You can see it right here. This is it, multiple rejection zone. Where markets dropped, it came back to retest the same level and it is dropping. So basically, if you want to be patient, right, you might want to expect market to literally drop further till it is able to take out this neckline, thereby fully forming a full double top. You all know what a double top means. It means a reversal movement. So that is an indication that markets will reverse and to start dropping heavily. So with what market is doing right here on our 4-hour time frame, it is dropping. Now we should be expecting more of the drop for the day. Now let's drop down to the 1-hour time frame. This is also a multiple rejection zone for us right here. This is a multiple rejection zone whereby markets came and we also had a double top right here, which made market to eventually drop to take out the neckline. So with this movement, we should be expecting market to literally give us a pullback and then one more drop. So this should be our target for the day, a level of 28,471. This should be our target for the day. So we should be expecting a level of 28,471 for the day. So I believe markets will actually drop or even drop lower than it. Our next one is US 30, which we also predicted a bearish move. You all can see our prediction was that markets will give us a pullback, which markets eventually did give us this pullback right here. Give us a pullback, which market did give us that pullback, right? It's happened during the New York session and eventually it dropped. So we said a pullback, then a drop. So which made market was able to rally within this level zone, and then it eventually pulled back. Exactly what we were expecting. That is what market did give us. It gave us that pullback. It's rallied, during that London section, it's literally rallied up and down, then gave us a pullback and it eventually dropped. Exactly what we were predicting. That is exactly what market did give us. Now, let's go to our forward time frame. It has given us a low. You can clearly see that this is now a low and a lower high. This is also a drop, equal low right here, then a lower high before markets eventually did give us a lower low. So your next movement, based on your movement, right, on your downtrend move, you would want to expect a lower high, which is a pullback, probably to a level of 52,000, maybe to that level. If markets can do that, then we will be looking for a sell setup next that will eventually make markets to drop. Now let's go to our Nvidia stock. So our prediction is still the same. We are also still anticipating for the movement to the downside. It is very clear. Nvidia stock is on a downtrend move. Let's go to our forward time frame. This is our low and a lower high. We had this lower low and here comes the lower high. So right now market is dropping. We are to expect it to drop more till it is able to take out this previous low right here, thereby forming a new lower low. So we are to be anticipating for a new lower low on our Nvidia stock. So currently Nvidia stock is trading at 202. Let us see it drop to a level of 200. That should be our next level. Once Nvidia stock can drop to a level of 200, then the next target market will drop to is between a level of 199 and 198 on Nvidia stock. Let's go to our Tesla stock. Market did exactly what we were expecting. What we said it will do, that is what market did. Exactly what our prediction was. Now take a look at this right here on our Tesla stock. We were anticipating for a series of movement to the downside, whereby we had a series of lower low and a lower high. When you zoom it in right here, you will see something which is your lower high, right? And here we were anticipating for a lower low, which means market did give us a lower low. It dropped. So we can expect a pullback to a level of 373. If market do give us that pullback to a level of 373, I think between that level of 373 and 374 should be a good place for us to actually then go ahead to take the sell that will make market to drop. Remember guys, do not just hop in on the sell blindly. Only hop in on the sell once you find your sell setup. Look for your sell setup first, then you go in for the sell. And lastly, on our US 500, which is also known as S&P 500, our prediction was that markets will still continue to drop, right? That was our prediction. Markets did, give us a pullback to come retest the same level, rejected here, and it's eventually, drop. So hopefully we will expect see it to drop more to form a new low. But guys, I want you to know something. Watch this. Markets also has the possibility, or there's a potential that markets will come back to a level of 7,500. The possibility and the potential is still very much there. Just in case, I wanted to know, just in case if market comes back to a level of 7,500, then go in for your sell that will make markets to drop. So this is our prediction. for the day. If you find this video helpful, you can actually join us on Invest Social, where you can actually communicate with like-minded people. You also get to share an idea, also get to hear from experienced traders, also developers, analysts. You are all welcome. See you in our next video.